Hey everyone, I'm back with another reaction video. This time we'll be checking out ITZY's Loco dance practice. I have seen the MV and some of their live stages, so they finally put out their dance practice, so let's check it out. So this beginning pose is very interesting in that Yeji is actually almost like controlling, her hands on top of both of their heads, almost like trying to control them. So very interesting. Whoa, wait, what was going on behind it? Is it like one of those? They lean back, but they're like they gotta hold on to each other. Yeah, look at the back behind like Yeji. They're all holding on to each other, and they're doing like a full-on back bend. That's I don't know if all of them are I don't know what the two at the side are holding on to besides the center, but there's a lot of teamwork that has to happen in here, and that a lot of trust too that has to happen, because when you're leaning back you gotta have that full weight. You have to go through it the full out so that you can support yourself, balance yourself, a little bit of action reaction kind of force. You're leaning back, the weight's back, but you're holding on to something, it's pulling you forward, it balances out. So very, very interesting. In the live stage cams or fan cams, I've noticed that Chaeryeong was doing this part really, really well after this part. Like how she would swing it and then go over there, it's really powerful. And this theme is that hand, a lot of it, it's throughout the dance is that hand. It's really tricky to be in line like this and do the movements because you have to be really aware of your space, of where your elbow has to be, your arm has to be, because you have to be mindful of the person in front of you and behind you. You have to be careful of how far away you're bringing up your elbow or how far away you're swinging your arms, because if not, you'll end up hitting the person in front of you, and you don't want an angry teammate. Like you can notice that Dave, instead of like having it full on out, they kind of bring it a little closer in so that it's more diagonal, so you're not hitting the person right behind you or hiding their face from the camera. Because if it was fully out, it would hide the person at the back's face. Even like that little body roll to pony, you have to be really careful of, like, again, how big you're doing it, because everybody has to do it the same. If not, it's gonna look like you're out of place because you're the only one that's doing it differently. And then how high you're picking up your knees, because again, you don't want to hit the person in front of you or the back of you. And even like the way that they extend their legs, bringing the hands out, it's in a diagonal so that it leaves some space for the person behind. Oh yeah, I really like this part with the body roll, and then they had the hands to mimic Kitty's ears, and it's so nice to like go from really, really fast to like slow down. I always find that really weird, that entrance for Chaeryeong's dance. It's like they're trying to move somewhere, but they can't. They're just staying in place. And it's like it seems like the move's supposed to be traveling right here, but they're just doing like a pas de bourrée with their feet staying in place right there. Woo, that was really fast. So a lot of the chorus has a lot of moving your upper body and your hips around too. And then they do the really fast, like in and out, just in and out like that. Oh my gosh, like you can definitely, if you try it really fast, it's gonna be feeling it in your abs, in your core. You have to keep it small, almost like a chicken dance if you slow it down. But it's you have to keep it small but precise. You know, you want to keep there's 3 of them that they do it, so every single one has to be the same and small and not big, so that they can make that timing. Ta ta ta. And even this, like a lot of coordination with the hands and the arms. They're like stepping and then their knees face the other way, and then they step in and their knees face the other way, like a lot of switching. This could be really aggravating for some people who have knee problems, because just that twerk, you know, changing directions very fast throughout, it can be aggravating some people who have knee problems. That I've also noticed that they're switching their hands as well, so a lot of coordination with, like, you know, which knee points which direction, and then which hand goes to the front versus the back. So a lot of coordination. And then they go loco. I guess that's why they put that dance with theirs. They go crazy with this, with their hands. And I think they're mostly just moving from their elbows. Yeah, elbows, but shoulder as well. Like you gotta have a lot of rotational movement in your shoulders to be able to do that. Not only that, you gotta do it fast, you know, like helicopters, blades just swirling around. Like it's a lot of fast movements with the arms for this one. Woo! Eugene was doing like a really arched back for that one. Let's see that again. Here. Whoa! She's like really letting her head go back or fall back for that one. I have noticed that Leah does the hand part a little bit differently. She has it forward a little bit more, like this part, this elbow specifically. If you compare it to the other members, it's a lot, their elbows are a lot flatter and straighter, but hers are a little bit more forward. I don't know, it's because she has some wrist problems. That's why it's hard for her to fully have it out, because if you have it out, you need to have that extension of your wrist, that range of motion to be able to do it. But if you don't have it, then you kind of compensate it through your elbows and your shoulders. So maybe that's why she's doing it that way. I'm not sure, but I was actually hoping, the first time I saw it, I thought it was supposed to be like super straight in line with this, but they're doing it at an angle, that their forearms at an angle instead of like fully straight there. Like that move, a lot of like head rolling, and then well, that's a good reason to wear hats for this one, because if your hair flips around really easily, well, it's going to be on your face and then you can't see anything. Lots of like coordinating, you know, your head going the other way, but then your hips goes the other way. I think it goes in the opposite direction. I could be wrong though. Oh no, they're going the same direction. So their hips and their heads go same direction, but it's like fast, slow, small and fast, and into a big one. That was a nice transition to that little formation. They're like almost like a window formation, and then they go to like a diagonal. A lot of like chest pops, again keeping it small. Ooh, Lee has to like arch all the way back. Good thing they have both of their arms there to support her. Ooh, lots of touchy here. I wonder what the dance practice was like when they had to do this part over and over again, or when they had to learn this particular part. They have to be really comfortable with each other to be able to do that part for sure. Man, Cherry just does the body roll really well. And then yeah, just the next one after that. Like that. Like you can see, like it goes through the whole motion. I still feel like I know Leah's not the main dancer in this group, but she's still lacking a little bit in this dance, but a lot better than before. There's still certain moves that she's, again, some certain positions of the movements are not the same as the others. She's not hitting as hard as the others, but yeah, she's more of the vocalist in this group than anything. Oh yeah, but she's starting to like get into improving, like slowly improving her dancing. She's going full out in certain aspects, and when she knows that she has to sing, she then takes it a little bit easier, That little dance break, really nice. Nice and easy, just the knees go in and out, you kick your leg out, and then a little bit of a chest pop in there. But it's when they go down to the floors where it's hard. So how do they do it? They go in, they go into like a tiny little squat, and then knees go out, and then go into the floor. And I just noticed Yuna's actually wearing a knee pad. And most of them are wearing long pants. I don't know if Chaeryeong's wearing a knee pad at all, but that's going to be really hard on knees. Just being able to squat fully down and then go into that floor position, you need to have one really good ankle mobility, not so much of a tight calves, because that's going to be really hard. It's not only that, you're leaning back, so you got to even it out. You got to really fully go for it. You can't really, I'm not sure if they're sitting on their butts or not for this particular one. So, kind of somewhat sitting on their butt, but not really. But again, this position requires a lot of like hip mobility, the length in your inner thighs, the muscles of your inner thighs, you need to be able to have that. Your ankle mobility at the back too can also affect how you do this. So, you definitely need to be flexible for this move. It's crazy. Oh, and then how do they get out of that? So they squat down, go back out, sit down, and then roll to the other side. And then they gotta swing their legs around and then stretch it out. See, that's like a lot of flexibility and range of motion you have to have to be able to do that. And then go into this position. Whew. Like they have to stabilize themselves with the foot at the back, with the toes at the back, so that they're not out of balance for this one. But even then, their kind of knee position is very different from each other, which is surprising since I know JYP is very, very much focused on the details. Oh, and not only that, they gotta lean forward. So from here. Oh, that's why she started out a little bit further out. That makes sense. Because Ryujin has the feet a little bit farther out because you have to lean forward and makes you have more room to do that versus if you started out really close like Yeji. So right here, they lean forward, see? Again, lots of mobility for the hip you need for that. And your knees too. See how much like the range of motion of the knees for this one? It's not an easy dance break. I wish the cameraman would not do a close-up of that one because I wanted to see that move really badly. They did do it in live stages, which is really great. So again, sometimes this is what I hate about dance practice, the cameraman moving around, and it's harder to appreciate the actual dance move. A lot of swag for this one. They stay nice and low. Knees bent all the way around, just stepping out and in, still staying low, nice and low, almost like a squat. It's like a squat. And then again, still staying nice and low. That move is probably my favorite move out of all of them. The one where they're doing the kick out and out. Whew. It's just like, it's like a bilateral, but starting from the feet. So they go feet and then roll all the way up to the knees, the hips, and then the stomach and then the chest out. So it's a different way. Ryujin has so much power in that pa, pa. It's amazing. And then again, she does that turn really nice. It's almost, if you've done ballet, it's almost like you're spotting. So you're spotting on one turn and your body moves and you immediately turn your head and look back to the same spot really fast. And then that same like, excuse me. And that same like kicking motion, like the first one, but it's a little bit different. I feel like that's a tribute or like a hidden one where they did the same moves for, what was that dance? I forgot what song was that where they have the hands in and out. I think they used that in their previous songs before. Right here. Kick, kick. And then they finally have some time to rest and grab some breath. This dance, they're just moving all throughout. But then they go back to the chorus, so it's all going crazy again with the moves. See, like the way that she does it here, if you compare it to the others, this elbow just goes forward more than the others. Yeah, I don't know, maybe there's something with her wrists. I really like Ryujin in her facial expression during this dance, because it seems like she's breathing through her teeth, almost like she always shows her teeth, and it seems like she's like going a little crazy with that facial expression. I don't know if that makes sense. Like she really embodies the theme of the song. I don't know, it looks really good. It's, definitely a really good dance. I don't think it's as hard as their other songs, however, because a lot of it is repetition, a lot of repetition of the arms, their hands and their knees. So still, but the dance break though is really hard. I don't know if they're doing that for all their live stages, but RIP to their knees and their hips and their ankles for that part. But yeah, I really like this comeback from ITZY. Let me know if you did too down below, and if there's any other groups or songs you want me to check out, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye!